What is up, collecting world? It is your boy, Mr.Nightspyder. You're watching the Nightspyder Collector. Before I get into this artistic vision of mine, I want to give a quick shout out to my wife. Thank you, baby. I love you for everything. This is my third take. Have a great lunch. Anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers, Titans Return, Fracas, and Scourge. Fracas. It's such a weird Fracas. And actually, I think that's the original G1 name, but Fracas. It's just kind of like saying frick. Like it almost sounds like a curse word or something. Anyway, here is Scourge inside the packaging. Here is the graphics of him combining in Headmaster Combine Mode thingy. And you can see him in the packaging. It says Titans Returns here, Fracas, and Scourge, vehicle mode. And if you turn to the side, you got that same image that you have here. Nothing really there. And on the back, you have a brief bio / description. Go ahead and read that if you like. Yay. There he is in robot mode. And then they're showing over here, his head turns into a robot. And then the robot can go inside the cockpit of the ship he turns to, which is like a boat thingy that flies in the air. Kind of like a, I wouldn't say Death Star, but you know. I can't think of the name for the Star Wars ships, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's right there. And then they're giving a quick explanation of the Titans Return line and the whole Headmaster concept. They have Crash and Bash, Skull Smasher, which I got, Galvatron, which I got. Although I don't have a leader class yet, but yeah, they're showing Blaster over here. And then that is the package for him. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy cracked open and take a look at the figure. Be right back. All right, everybody, and here we have Scourge with Fracas. Before I go on, because I usually forget, it comes with a card. I don't know if anybody actually collects these cards or puts them in binders and folders, but if you do, let me know. I'm curious to see if people actually care about these with their stats. Anyway, so here he is in his robot mode. Let's take a quick look at the accessories he comes with. So what I did, I have his usually the wings for Scourge character, they leave them out like that. So I had it folded up back there. And I also put the weapons on a port that he has in the back. So let's take a look at these accessories first before we get any deeper into the figure. So he has a double blaster, it looks like. And then right here is the chair, so how you can sit his Titan Master in there. And then you have an additional weapon here, so he can dual wield. Dun, 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 dun. If I can get it in there. You can dual wield, or you can plug this into the port here and then have like a triple blaster on there. Well, side note, compared to the last Decepticon I got, these joints are tight. Everything is awesome on there. It's just the port on here. I don't know if this is too loose or this is too small, but it's kind of loose, as y'all can see here. So that's kind of a bummer. And if you guys look at the figure, he kind of has like a little bobblehead thing going on. So yeah. So those are the accessories. And I am going to show you how you can get this little guy here. And then you can have him sit. And my son is going to be here in a moment. Right there in the gun. And then you put the blaster there. And then you can have that effect. So that's pretty cool. Overall, first let's get this guy complete. I am overall, I'm making my own words up. Overall, I'm happy with the figure. It is so much better than the last one I got. The Skull Smasher, Skull Crusher was such a disappointment. But as you can see here, we got some nice detailing and some paint on the face and red on the eyes. That is awesome to have. We got the Decepticon logo right there. This is not necessarily paint. It's like if you were a kid and you remember getting those rub-on tattoos, it looks like that was the method they used here to get this detailing on the chest. You got a little paint right there on his groin, crotch area. And then you get the same thing that they did on the chest that they did over here. It's not a sticker, but it's not hand painted. It's kind of like they used something that had a pattern on it and they pressed it on, it stuck, and they're good to go. On the back, you can see the vehicle mode, more or less, and how that's going to pan out. One side note, in the time I had with this thing I thought that was pretty cool that I figured out is, oh, let me get his head back on. I think I made a boo-boo here. Give me 1 second. Dun, 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 dun. These headmasters aren't the best headmasters. It's like the OG ones. So sometimes they go on the fritz and they just don't stay the way they're supposed to. But it's universal, I've noticed. But anyway, going back to something else. So here's his legs. Okay. It's very plain. But something I did, which I thought was pretty cool. If you pull that down, this is used in his transformation mode, and then pop that back up in there. You can use the other side of his legs, and it kind of, the color breakup is a lot better. And I thought that was really, I don't know if that was intended or whatever, but I mean, he stands and everything. It looks cool having the color breakup on there, and it kind of reminds me of like a G1 type of vibe. So just a little thing I know, a little fan mode that you can do to kind of make them seem a little bit more true to how you remember them. But then you can just pop it, flip it back, and bam, that's the intended one. So let's go quick articulation and quick details on this guy. So you have, oh, there you go, snap back in. I'm like, I'm gonna have a defect. So you have 360 degrees, kind of, sort of, based on the head that the Titan Master's head is on a ball joint in there, upside down. This thing, once again, similar to Blur, it's kind of loosey-goosey, but you can make it work. It's not the worst thing in the world. Some of the other Titan Masters, they have like a little notch here that would tab on the inside to keep the arms flush against the head. This one does not. They usually just sit there and they just pop in like that. So a little bit different. Dun, 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 dun. If I get that in there now. Again, getting these head issues. Oh, head issues. I made a joke. Anyway, so these are articulated on the back. You got double hinges here and you got a hinge there. Looks, I don't think that's pinned in. See, another quality control thing they've cut down. Instead of putting a pin in there, it's probably just plastic friction holding it together. Then you can see the back part where the vehicle would be. Then you have 360 degree rotation, if you get that out of the way. Upper bicep swivel, single hinge. Hinge here for transformation. Once again, not a pin, friction holding it together. Same on this side. Some nice little detailing on the arm. I like the molded sculpting in here. That's pretty cool. So it's not so plain like I think that Skull Smasher guy is playing. You know what? I didn't like the Skull Smasher guy as much as I wanted to. You have no articulation on the abdomen or waist. That's just one dude's transformation. You guys saw that. You got a hinge here. No, it's not a ratchet. Oh, it's a very, very soft ratchet. Upper side swivel. And then you have a single hinge on the knee. And then I guess you could say that's articulation. But overall, I really like this figure, how it came out. I am not disappointed this time around. I even have like a fun little fan mode I discovered in the time I've had playing with this little guy. So without further ado, I'm going to get to the transformation. And here we go. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is take off the head. We'll put that aside for now. And his weapon, also put that aside. And you're going to extend his legs. You're going to fold his hands into his forearms. Okay. Now, if you see here, there's like a little hinge in there. That's going to slide back just a little bit, just enough to plug that into that. Uh-oh. I broke it on set. Oh, my God. That's why you like ball joints. His ball joints work out well, so I enjoy those. So anyway, this little port is going to tab into that. So I'm going to plug that in. See, and that sits nicely. And you're going to do the same thing on this side, and hopefully I don't break the thing and transfer. I always do stupid stuff on camera. It's so funny. Anywho, so now that's the first step. Next, you're going to unfold his legs right here. And these are just going to stay flush against the inside of his ankle. Same thing here. These you're going to bring together like so. So far, so good. Then you're going to rotate it so that this detailing is facing the top. Okay. Then it's going to collapse. It's going to put the thigh into where would be the calf. And same thing on this side. And that's all going to come together with these tabs. Not as nicely as I hoped, but it gets the job done. So we're halfway there. See how that's panning out there? Now, these are going to tab into the shoulder and then also the lower part of the ship, if you will. If it lets me. There, come on. Come on. If it lets me. Of course, these things always happen on camera like this. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I don't have it close enough. There we go. So this one's kind of a bit of a shell former, if you all know what I mean. Okay, there we go. There's 1 and 2. And I think I just broke something again. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. And the same thing is going to happen on this side. Man, this one's tight to get in there. Woo! This is not what she said. There we go. So see, those tabbed into the shoulders, and then the side tabs went into the side of the ship, and then it all comes together in one big happy contraption. So you can see the robot in there. Next, this portion will open up. Dun, 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 dun. If I can get it to open. There you go. And then you can take fracas. Send them in there. Close that up. And then the picture had it where the official way is this is supposed to be facing back. Like so. But you can have it whatever way you want. It doesn't really matter. It's your toy. And then you have this weapon. You can plug that in. There's a port right there. You can plug it in there. And then you could roll around like that. As you saw earlier, you could have the Titan Master sitting in there. I wish there was an alternate way to store this, though, that wasn't so bleh. I know this is a stupid word, but this way it would work. Everything would be just flush and there's no bulky weapon sitting out. But I mean, I guess I don't know. We could do that. Because that's not bulky, right? And then put that backwards to cover the gap. Try and make up for that nonsense. I don't know. The world may never know. But still, let's take a look at the vehicle as it is. We got some nice paint here. As you can see, it's where they didn't paint it on the edges. You got a nice Decepticon logo right there. This looks like, yeah, that's also painted into there. And it looks like we got some paint here and there on the side. There as well. There. So it looks like most of the paint went to the vehicle mode. Derp derp. But overall, I'm happy. This is a great figure. I mean, maybe if they put some little bit of wheels or something, if I want to get picky, so you can roll it or whatever. But this is an awesome representation of Scourge. I'm so happy to have it in my collection. I wish they had a Target Master version, because I think I'm really picky about that whole thing. But just the same, I'm happy enough to have them. It's much better updated Scourge. I did not like the Generations one from like 10 years ago. So this is a great figure. So I highly recommend it. If you have it already, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't like it, then I disagree with you. But yeah, leave your comments below. Share your experiences about this figure. Tell me what you like or don't like about it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Right? Thumbs up. And then subscribe, share, and comment. Much appreciated. And this is the Nightspyder Collector signing off. Peace! And put that right there. Hold on. Peace! Now I'm complete.